My name is Sharon Kephart, and this is Angel, and our show is Auntie Sharon's Crafts and More. Okay, girl, are you ready? I want my viewers to look at things differently, and that's what I try to do, is I look around the house and I'll walk around and say, oh, I could use that in one of my crafts. My show is on Channel 20. It plays on Thursday nights, 7 to 8 p.m. It plays at 3 o'clock in the morning for those that are up that early, and also from 11 to noon on Friday morning. Welcome to Auntie Sharon's 5-minute Crafts on the Go series. Hi, welcome to Auntie Sharon's Crafts and More, where we learn how to recycle, reuse, and make something old into something new. We have a great show for you today. First, I have my co-host Angel over here in spirit with me. She used to be on my craft shows, every single one that I did, and she passed away in 2015. We're going to learn how you can make your own plastic garden containers. Today, we're going to be taking plastic and using it for gardening. Did you know that some of the containers that you get from the store that had food in it, like your vegetable trays and fruit trays, you can actually use those to help start your garden? Well, I'm going to show you how to do that, and we're going to plant some today. So I have over here some containers. Here's a round one, and here's kind of like a square one. And they have lids on them, because this one had, I think, fruits in it, and this one had veggies in it. And when you take off the lids, look at that, the sections that they have in them. Kind of cool. This one's nice too. Look at that. Deep sections for starting your plants and also growing your plants in the containers, because you can see through them. They're clear. I love that because you can see, your soil, the roots. You can decorate them with nice rocks underneath. You're going to keep it inside. Or if you're going to, in the wintertime, you're preparing for the spring. So I'm going to use this container, and this one is great too, but I'm going to use this one for today. And don't forget about the lids. The lids can help with the moisture for when you first start as like a dome effect, but then afterwards you can use this underneath your plants instead of going out and buying the real expensive ones that you get at the store. So what we're going to need today is we're going to need our container. We're going to need gloves. And so I'm just going to put these gloves on to stay clean. And we're going to use some seeds. I am going to do parsley in one container. I'm going to do thyme in another container. And I'm going to do basil in another part of our container, and lavender in this part. So look what I'm going to do. I'm going to plant them in their own little sections. And then I've got a couple other sections available. And I can put something in there if I want, or I can just leave them, and I can put in there the spoon. That's what I have to grab really quick. I need to go get the spoon. We're back, and I've got the spoon. So all you need, this is very important because I need to be able to take the soil and spoon it into the container. And if you notice, this container is a pretzel container. I use that, I recycle that too, and I put soil in here, and it's perfect, and it keeps it nice and fresh. And it doesn't take up so much space either. Also too, I want to mention that other containers that are good for doing your gardening is things like this. This had my kiwi in it, and it has little holes in the bottom and holes in the top of the container that came like that. So you can actually put plants in here too, and it already has holes in the bottom. And you can just set it like that anywhere you want. But remember, this one also has holes in the bottom, so you're going to have to put another container under it to keep it from going through onto things, unless you have it outside. And then one more container I want to show you. This was a salad container. It had the salad fixins on top here and the salad inside there. So this, it's got a couple of sections in here. One thing I like about this is you can use this with kids to do their painting. You can put their paints in there and they can paint, finger painting or regular painting. These are great little containers and they come free with this. And this container then, what you can do with this, if you have a really nice basket like this, you don't want that to get all wet from putting a plant in. So you can actually use these and put them right inside. But look at that. And then you can put the planter right inside there and it stays beautiful. Look at that. I would not want to ruin that. That is a beautiful container. So those are some ways that you can use other plastics for your planting needs. Going to open up the soil and we're going to start planting our soil in here. There we go. If we get some into the other sections, that's okay. And I can even do this to make it easy too. See, we're just getting it filled. And we'll plant this one. So we'll get all of the soil inside there. Look at how nice that is. And they section themselves out. So let's do these up here. And I like the fact that I can reach into here because it's not too small that I can't get in to the container to get out my stuff. I'm making a little bit of a mess right there in my other section, but it don't matter. And then we'll do this one. Let's see if I'm going to move it so that you can see it. There. And we'll fill this one up. There we go. You know, seeds are really cheap. And it's nice to be able to have seeds instead of having to buy the plants already growing. It's cheaper. There we go. We're all done with our soil and now it's stored away for later. Now we're going to plant. So I'm going to take my lavender and I'm going to open the bag and I'm just going to poke my finger in a couple of areas. And I'm going to take and just kind of start dropping in because I like lavender. Okay, there we go. I think I have one more in there I want to get there. So now I have my lavender in there, see there? And I'm just going to poke them down and just kind of cover them. There we go. Just keep covering them up. Now that one's done. Now we're going to take the other herb. We're going to open this one and we'll plant the basil right over in here. Okay, take and just sprinkle that in there. There we go. And that's done. On the other side here, this one is our parsley. Okay, so we're going to get that mixed in there. And then the next thing we have left to do is our thyme. Do we have enough time? I think we have enough time. Okay, so we're gonna poke that down and put that in there. There we go. Now, we have all of our seeds mixed in. And now the last thing we need to do is we need to water. And here we're gonna water with our little froggy. See that cute? Get them all watered. There. Just moist enough. There we go. And you know, I can leave my froggy in there so that when I need to go get more water, I've got my froggy there. I can take and can water. And I can put my spoon in there. But isn't that cool? Wow, that's it. We save so much money and it's gonna be really, really neat. Now, what I might do for the start to give it a little bit more moisture is to take and put the lid on, and then I can take this off and put my own little tag on there. You know, I don't wanna close it up all the way because it will not get any oxygen. You can also poke a few holes in this, but it'll act like a dome, so it will be warmed and heated up and be much quicker in the growing. But for right now, there we go. There's my start of my garden. We learned how to use plastics to grow all of our herbs. And you can put flowers in here. You can start your tomato plants in these containers. This was a fun craft to do, and anybody can do it. You can have the kids around the neighborhood get together and have planting parties. Thank you for coming to Auntie Sharon's Crafts and More, where we learned how to recycle, reuse, and make something old into something new. We made plastic garden containers. If you would like to be on our show, you can call our viewer response line at 763-533-1710 or email Auntie Sharon's Crafts and More at gmail.com. Let me know your ideas. Let me know what you think about our show. Remember to always recycle, reuse, make something old into something new. Come back. Bye now. Auntie Sharon will have a new show every month, but watch us weekly on Channel 20, Thursdays 7 to 8 p.m. and Fridays 11 to noon.
When you're finished with your food or beverage cartons, toss it in the recycling bin. Because every carton is recyclable and can be turned into useful paper products. When the contents are gone, let the carton live on. Recycle your cartons.
Used to be a bottle of soda pop, full of dust and all shipped to. But then I was saved to be recycled. That means being turned to something new. Yeah, they took me, soaked me, washed me all around, peeled off my labels, melted me down. Yes, jar with a top. Recycle, recycle, I have been recycled. I used to think that I was through, but now I'm back at something new.
I used to be a worn-out plastic jar. I was feeling sad and blue. But then I was saved to be recycled. That means being turned to something new. Yeah, they took me, soaked me, washed me all around, peeled off my labels, melted me down. Yes, I once used to be a plastic jar. Now I'm a part of a new toy car. Recycle, recycle, I have been recycled. I used to think that I was through, but now I'm back at something new.
Hi, I'm Ashley from Kids for a Better World, a nonprofit organization encouraging the empowerment of youth, supporting youth initiatives, and creating partnerships to address the needs of individuals, children, and families. Be the change.
Be the change, make the action, get involved. Be the change.